Pantry, and I'm super excited to bring you along for this delicious jelly recipe. I did this recipe a few years ago, but the video was old and it definitely deserves a remake. And for those of you that are new to my channel, I want you to get in on this one because it's absolutely fantastic. And all these jars are already spoken for. They've all been ordered by clients and by the girls at work. So I've got to get this done so they have it for the holiday. And this is primarily jelly season for me because the holidays are coming and they make a perfect gift. So what you're going to need is 9 cups of sugar. Oh, are you kidding me, Linda? But I'm not kidding. You have to have it, and it's sweet, but it's also spicy, so you have to balance that out. And then it's got some tang. You have 2 1/4 cups of vinegar, and you want to soak finely chopped dried apricots. So this is a habanero apricot jelly, as you saw in the title. We're going to get all that out of there. And you want to soak those apricots for a couple of hours or up to even overnight. I've quite often done that. We've got a cup of habaneros chopped very fine, and I chopped all this stuff on the Vadalia chopper. The capsaicin's getting to me already. Oops. We've got 3/4 cup of red onion, also chopped really fine, and then 1 cup of sweet red pepper. And this is also chopped. They're all chopped on the fine setting on your Vadalia chopper. If you haven't got one of those, go get one. I'll leave you a link in the description box. All right, and then you're going to need 3 packages of pectin, but I'm going to bring this up to a rolling boil that I can't stir down. We'll add our pectin, boil it for exactly 1 full minute. You can't cheap on that one. And then we'll load our jars. I'll bring you right back over here and give you a close-up of loading the jars up. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, so I did want to bring you over here and let you see what it looks like. It does get quite foamy. I did put a knob of butter in here, but trust me, the foam goes down pretty quickly when you take it off the heat to put it in your jars. And stirring it, as you can see. So it's at a boil. And I'm going to go ahead and add our pectin in, and then I'll turn the heat back up a little bit. So you put your liquid pectin, and if you didn't want to use pectin, I have used clear gel in the past. That works fantastic as well. So, or Sure Gel, you can use that. You could even use ThermFlow if you wanted to. So, super easy. Now we're going to bring this back up to a boil, a hard rolling boil, and because that pectin is kind of cold, you just squeeze it out of those packages. So once we get this all stirred in and get this back up to a roaring boil that I can't stir down, we're going to start the timer for 1 full minute, and then we'll load jars. Yay! Okay, take 3. I've done this 3 times now. Okay, so I've got 1 pint jars that we're doing because that's what was ordered. They didn't want to mess around with half pints, and I don't blame them. This stuff is delicious. So we've got your hot jelly going into a hot jar out of the dishwasher, and you can fill it up to 1/4 of an inch of headspace. On these pint jars, I don't quite go 1/4 because that's a lot of jelly. And then we're going to go ahead, and I've got some white vinegar, and we're going to go ahead and wipe the rim of your jar. And that's just that top rim that connects with the lid. And you've got the lid with the gasket. These have been sitting in warm water, well, hot water. And so the gasket gets softened. And then finger tight, going in the canner for 10 minutes once it comes up to a rolling boil. But isn't that beautiful? And then after the rolling boil, time it for 10 minutes. As soon as it's done, shut your canner off and let it sit there for 5 minutes. And then I'll bring you back and show you what we got. All right, so our jelly is done. And it's so easy to do jelly. I hope this inspires you to make your own. This made 5 full pints and 1 half pint. And we'll keep the little half pint. So I truly hope it brings you back. I hope if you're not a subscriber, you hit subscribe, you share this on your Facebook page, go visit me on Facebook, and check all the links I've left for you. All right, guys. Bye.